Welcome back to my channel, Glitter Babes. Today I'll be creating some glam wall art. I will first be starting off by duct taping 4 foam boards together. I will then be taking my measuring tape and measuring how long the board is so I can start marking. I decided to measure 8 inches in between across the board. And now that I know my measurements are correct, I'm going to go in with my Sharpie and start to create the lines. And notice I did turn the board around when I finished the lines on the other side. And that is because the space in the middle is a little more than 8.5 inches. Now I'm going to carry this line across the board. And I'm going to do the other side the same way. And the other line is also 8.5 inches. So I'm basically creating a frame around the board. And I hope this video isn't dragging. I usually speed it up, but for this tutorial, I wanted to make sure you guys understood what I did because I don't even know what I did. I was just doing stuff. Okay, so as you can see, we have the frame around the board, and now I'm going to make another frame inside of that frame. And I'm going to do this until I reach the middle of the board. And I did start using this foam board just because it made the process go faster. And make sure you have 10 lines across the board to get the results that I got. And now that that part is done, I'm going to draw a line across the board. And this should be at least 10 inches wide. And I'm going to trace over the line on each side of the duct tape. So as you can see, it should create a T. Okay, I'm really going to try to explain this part the best way I know how. But first you're going to need a box cutter. I'm going to be cutting out L's, every other L. With this part, I can probably show you better than I can tell you. So I'm going to let you guys watch and I'll explain when I feel like it's necessary. So I'm just tracing over the first frame that I drew with my box cutter. But the most important part is to not go over the T with the box cutter. So that T in the middle, don't go over it, don't touch it. And now I'm going to start removing the L's that I was telling you about. So now that I removed those L's, I'm going to cut out not the next one, but the one after that. So this is the last L I'm removing, and I decided not to cut in the middle because I wanted to add a mirror there. I used the L's that I took from the front to glue on the back to make the frame stronger. And after I was done with the L's, I filled the remaining spaces in with other pieces of foam board. And another thing you can do is get 4 more foam boards and place this on top of it and just trace it and glue it on the back. Next, I got 2 foam boards and I traced out lines 2 inches apart from each other. Now I'm going to go around the perimeter with my hot glue gun and the strips that I just cut out. So I'll be going around the perimeter and I'll be going around the L's. And some of my foam board pieces have duct tape on them, and that's because they're recycled. I tried to recycle everything I use, so that's why you see duct tape on some of them. Next, I'll be adding in a mirror that just happened to fit in the middle. I got this mirror cut from Lowe's. It was actually just a scrap piece that I got from another project. I'm going to be using this great stuff foam to go over the perimeter and go in between the L's. I know some of you are wondering why that tape is still on that mirror, and that is because I let it sit outside for way too long and I'm not about to scrub that off. So I'm just going to go over it with the great stuff and see how great it is. And if you want a more uniform look for the mirror part, you can add tape or block it off and make it more square. I thought about that later. It was kind of too late, so. Oh, and while I was spraying, I was just going right to left, and now I'm just going over the perimeter just because I have more left in the can. And now that the foam is dry, I'm going to do my best to go over the mirror with the tape. I did later on get the extra paint off with a Q-tip and nail polish remover. And this is gold adhesive oh, that's a lot of words. Gold adhesive paper. I'll have the correct name for it in the description box. But I got this from Amazon and I just cut strips out and I'm just going around the perimeter with it. And now I'm going to be removing that tape. And like I said, there are some spots on there where the spray paint got on the mirror, but I'm just going to go in with my nail polish remover and a Q-tip and remove those. The last thing I did was add picture hanger hooks to the back. I'm sorry I forgot the name of them, but they are at Home Depot. And all I did was hot glue them on and add the nail that comes with them to it. And here's the reveal. It is so beautiful. I really love this project. This was such a dope creation. And it was very inexpensive to make. Please let me know in the comments if you like this project. And please hit the notification bell to be reminded when I do post my videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later, glitter babes.